Any bill that basically wasn't associated with a special session is in a backlog.
TNVET is an organization that was created to be a legislative voice for veterans in the state. In 2015, an issue affecting veterans across the state had negative issues for them dealing with property tax reimbursements. Having come off the city council, a lot of people say, well, you've dealt a little bit with politics, and we had dealt with the state a little bit as a city organization. They said, how do we change this? We need to talk to our legislators. Well, the legislators that represented the Clarksville-Montgomery area were fighting this. They were trying to support the veteran. It's the rest of the state we had an issue with. And I said, if you want to have an impact, you've got to show up, sit in chairs, and stare at the legislators and tell them what you think of this. And that sort of roped me into, within about a 90-day period, we brought up 125 veterans in 2016 to speak on the legislation that had been affected the year before. Matter of fact, the legislative session got extended by a day or two just because of the fight we were doing with our legislation. And then it struck us that we have many veteran organizations, but nobody comes up to speak as one voice. And so Tennessee Veterans, TNVET, was created to be that one unifying voice. And at this time, we represent 12 veteran organizations within the state with over 50,000 members. And our sole purpose is strictly legislation, no other purpose. And the unifying effort there is the veteran cause. The other thing that we noticed early on when we brought in our veterans, they didn't know who their state legislators were. In our early meetings, we said, okay, who is your House representative? Who is your state senator? And they kept referring to their federal congressional ones. Not only did we become a legislative effort, we became an educational effort, because a lot of them really didn't understand at the state level how much the state impacts them as a veteran. And while all the veterans said we vote, but they don't pay as much attention to the local issues on that. So we sort of expanded a little bit from our original mission on legislation to also education and helping the veterans understand how they're affected.